Hey, and welcome to Zzzzzzzzzz Lessons for Live channel. My name is Xander Verlaine, and today we're going to cover The Weight by the band. We're going to do this in two parts. First part's an intermediate tutorial. I'm going to show you all the different things that I do and that I think the song kind of does. I change it quite a bit to fit my own vibe. It's not exactly like they do it. The second part's for you beginners, where I'm going to show you all the chord structures, strumming patterns as best I can, and then you guys can go ahead and play along with the song and try to fit it all in, but I changed it a little bit to make it my own. I recommend you watch the intermediate tutorial first to get a handle on the song before we start this lesson, but if you want to jump ahead, go ahead and go to this time code, or go down in the description area, look for beginner's lessons with the time code, click on that, it'll jump ahead in the video for you. Woo! Thanks, and let's get right into this. All right, welcome to the intermediate tutorial of The Weight by the band. Such a fun song and a little bit difficult. I'm going to show you why, and I'm going to show you how I changed it between playing it live acoustically by myself or with the band on electric guitar or on acoustic guitar, depends on what situation we got going on. It's based out of A, basically, but it starts up here in this really cool little jive, right? Then the song kicks in. So what am I doing there? I'm taking my 9th fret and I'm barring the 4th and 3rd string, and then I'm putting my ring finger, middle finger on the 10th fret of my 2nd string. And then I'm using my ring finger to flam up. So I'm using my 4th and 3rd string. Then I'm using my 3rd and 2nd string. Then back down. And then I switch down to the 7th fret and I do the same thing. By the way, I'm flamming up on the bottom of the 2, the 4th string. So you kind of get this backwards thing going on here, right? Instead of this. Instead of a bar chord or a power chord. So it's... You can let them all ring out if you want. It's all up to you. I kind of keep it a little cleaner. That's what I do. That's not exactly what they do, but that's where I've changed the song to be my own. 3, 4. And I kind of do the same thing there. I'm using the A full bar chord, but so it's kind of the same thing as here. Here it is again. And that's just going from your open A to your 3rd fret C on your 5th string. Then I do that. I put the top end on the A major to get rid of the B note that's ringing out there, which would be your actual, it'd be the C sharp really. So I bring these two in on the 1st and 2nd strings. Get more of a jangly full sound to it, right? Oh, down in Nazareth was feeling about half past dead. You're gonna do that a lot during the song, and what that is your A to a C sharp minor to a D. And I do a little flam off the D sus4 there, pinky on the 3rd fret of your 1st string. You can do that 4 times each time. Take a load off Fanny. Now that's what I would do on an electric guitar. You go from an A, you're doing the same 3 chords, but you just change the vibe a little bit. You go A to a C sharp to a D. A to a C sharp to a D. A to a C sharp to a D. D. And you put the load right on. Then it's going to be a walk down, but I do kind of a walk up. So it's A, G sharp, G flat, E to a D. So it's you can do chords too. What I do is I do an A to a flat to that G flat, but I do the cheater chord so it gets more of a high end in there. Then I go to the second octave E on the fourth string, and then I go to the D. So it's instead of now that's the basics of it right there. What I do for the take a load off Fanny part when I'm doing acoustic by myself live is I change that up too. I go to E every time instead of the D flat or the C sharp. Take a load for free, right? I want it to sound a little bit fuller, so what I do is I do a to a E to a D, and I go to the low E, then I go from an A to a second octave E, then I go back to that low E, and you put the load right on me. Then back into the vocals. And that's pretty much the whole song, guys. So just take these parts that I showed you, plug them in the way you want to play it, make the song your own, and have fun with it. Let's get right into the beginner section. All right, welcome to the beginner section of The Weight by the band. Please hit like and subscribe. That'll help our channel grow. It's going to be kind of a tough one on you guys if you want to learn the whole thing and all the complicated parts. Or it can be easy on you and it can be something that you can play just for fun with skipping certain parts of it and making it a little bit more simple. To start with, let's go ahead and learn the chords. So, you're going to have a D chord. If you don't know that already, it's your open D, fourth string, and then your index finger on the second fret of your third, ring finger on the third fret of your second, middle finger on the second fret of your first. Bottom four strings only, that's your D. You have an A. That's open fifth string, fourth string, and third string barred with your index finger. You don't want to do that note in there. You want to just keep it a regular bar chord. And if you can reach up with your pinky to your fifth fret of your first and second string, cover those bottom two strings to make it a little bit more jangly. Instead of, once again, I don't like that B string in there for a full major, but it's not a minor. So you just do the bar chord. Then you have a C sharp minor. Remember, that's that minor, not your major. What we got here is you got your fourth fret of your fifth string with your index finger, then the sixth fret of your fourth and third strings with your ring and your pinky right there for your bar chord. Then you're going to go to your fifth fret of your second string with your middle, and then you're also going to do the fourth fret of your first with your index finger, the fatty part of your index finger. Now you don't have to do this E in there, so just, you could do a bar chord too if you want, but try to get this guy in there on the second string. During the chorus, you're going to have the A and that C sharp. You're going to go, but you're going to do a single string up to the D. So those are the same chords, but instead of doing the whole chord, you're going to do a single string. I'm going to show you how I do it for acoustically, where I change it and we use an E major, which is your open sixth string. Then you're barring your second fret of your fourth and your fifth and your fourth string with your ring and your pinky. You're adding your middle finger to the first fret of your third string and then playing the second and first open. All six strings, that's a E major, and I also do a power E chord on the second octave of E, which would be same as here, but I'm going to do it on the fourth string, which is there. It's going to be your second fret of your fourth string and your fourth fret of your third string. That's in the chorus, so to speak. That's all the chords. So let's get in how to play this song, and I'll show you some strumming patterns during the actual lesson. So, the song starts off with some flamming hammer-on type stuff. 2, 3. What am I doing there? All right, here we go. You're going to go to your 9th fret of your 4th and your 3rd string and bar it with your index finger, and then you're going to put your ring finger on the 10th fret of your 2nd string. So we're doing these 3 strings, 4, 3, and 2. That's hard on a beginner. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take your 4th and 3rd string, and you're going to hammer up on your 4th string to your 11th fret, like that. Then you're going to take your 1st, 3rd, and 2nd string. Remember I showed you to put this one here instead of there. And you're going to hammer up on your 3rd string to your 11th fret. But what you want to do is you want to try to hold all 3 strings and hammer up. It's going to be super hard on brand new beginners, but the way you get better is by trying this stuff. So go ahead and give it a try. You're going to do a hammer on your 4th and 3rd, and then go to your, lift it off, and then go to your 2nd and 3rd, like that. And then you're going to stay on your 2nd and 3rd, and you're going to go. So it's 3rd and 4th, 3rd and 2nd, 3rd and 2nd, 3rd and 2nd, 3rd and 2nd, right? And then 4th and 3rd, 4th and 3rd, 4th and 3rd. And I'm saying it 3 times, but the second one's a hammer on. You're only hitting it twice each time. Then you're going to switch down to your 7th fret and do it twice. Hammer up, there. So it's. Then you're going to go to your 2nd fret and do it. What you're doing there is the same thing, 4th and 3rd string. Then you're going to take your middle finger and you're going to use the open A and the 3rd fret of your A. Pull a little bit on the 3rd fret, release it. 1, 2, 1, 1. It's kind of a vibe, right? 3, 4. And then you get into the song right there. So this is the verse. A to that, and now I'm sliding up, starting on about the B string. B to a C sharp. Minor. Remember, that's that minor, not your major, but your minor. So A, slide up to a C sharp, to a D, to an A. Start over. So it's A, C sharp, D, A, C sharp, D, A. That's the pattern. So you're going to have 2 in a row on the A, but it's the end of one and the beginning of the next, right? So it's pulled into Nazareth, was feeling about half past dead, just near a place where I could lay my head. Here's something you could do too. You could do this. That is taking a D and adding your pinky to the 3rd fret of your 1st string for just a second to create a D suspended 4th. D. See how it's kind of a pull off? You could hit it if you want, or just pull it off. You're kind of grabbing it with your pinky and then pulling away. But it's not that, you don't want to do it very hard. You don't want your fingers to get hurt doing it. Just A to the C sharp minor to the D to the A to the C sharp minor to the D, A. There's 4 of these. Here's the third. Last one. No is all he said. Take a load off Fanny. Take a load for free. Now, I'm doing the same chords, but I've changed it slightly. It's going to go A to a C sharp to a D. And that C sharp, you're not doing the full minor. You're just doing a note. So you're doing A to a C sharp note. 4th fret of your 5th string. 4th fret of your 5th string, that C sharp. A to a C sharp to a D. A to a C sharp to a D. A to a C sharp to a D. 2 hits on D. And that's the take the load right off me, and then we go into the bridge back into the verse, which is a walk down bridge. Now before we get into the walk down, let me show you the strumming. It goes from the A see how it's mostly downs, down up, down up, up up, down up, down up, down 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 up, down 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 up, down down up up, down down down. It's kind of having fun with it. You can go all downs if you want. Like that, but try to work on getting some groove going. So at the end of the chorus, it does the and you put the load right on me. Start the verse over. What it's doing there is A to an A flat G sharp to a G flat F sharp to an open E to a D, and that's open A on the 5th string, 4th fret of your 6th string, 2nd fret of your 6th string, open 6th string, D, back to your D. So it's you don't have to go up and down like I was doing. You could just go. It's hard to do this all downs, so work on doing your upstrokes. That's a good practice right there. All right, so it's all down strokes. All right, that's the basic walk down. I'm going to show you how to do that different in a minute, but let's go back and show you an alternative of how I do the chorus first when I'm playing acoustic by myself, instead of like I showed you with that C sharp single note on the 5th string, 4th fret. I go to an E. Totally different chord, but it works. You can change things that much and make them work still if you just commit to it and sing along the right way with it. And then I go to the 2nd octave of E, is a power chord like you would here. You're doing it here. So it's A to a E to a D, A to an E to a D, A to an E to a D, and then So it switches. First time I go to the low E, the second time I go to the high E, third time I go to the low E. Now I showed you these chords in the other section, but I'll remind you it's the second fret of your fourth string and the fourth fret of your third string, second fret of the fourth fret of the third, power chord E, and then your open major E right there. So it's take a load off Fanny, take a load for free, take a load off Fanny, and right, instead of take a load off Fanny, take a load for free, take a load off Fanny, and you put the load, here's the walk down, and it's down, 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 down. Now I do that different too. Here's something I didn't show you in the chord section. I go A to that A flat single note, and then instead of the single note F sharp, G flat, I do the whole bar chord, skipping the root note by doing the cheater. The way I'm doing that is, you would do this, 6th string, 2nd fret, but I get rid of that. I don't use the 6th string, but the other parts of the the G sharp or G flat major bar chord are 4th fret of your 5th and 4th string with your ring and pinky, then the 3rd fret of your 3rd string with your ring middle finger, and then the 2nd fret of your 2nd and 1st string with your index. That way you don't have to reach up here and try to get the fatty part of your finger over the 1st and 2nd string to make it work. You just do that cheater chord. So I go, see? Same as that root note. Instead of doing the E down here, I do that 2nd octave I just showed you, and then back to the D. So here's how I do that walk down. Then back to the vocals. Go down, Miss Moses, ain't nothing that you can say, right? So let's show you that alternate on the chorus and the walk down. Here we go. Take a load off Fanny, A to the 2nd octave, E to the D, A to the E major to the D, and you put the load right on A to the A flat to the G flat to the E 2nd octave to the D. Picked up my bags and looking for a place to hide. That's all the parts to the song. So I'm going to take the very beginning, real slow, open, into the first verse, chorus, walk down, and then that just repeats over and over again. But at the end, you'll notice that it does the walk down twice. The 2nd time before the end and the last time before the end, or at the end, it'll repeat it. So once you get to those parts, you'll have to remember to repeat it if you're going to do the song right. So here we go with very opening. Remember, you're on the 9th fret to the 11th fret, and then your 10th fret on this guy right here. Mind you, I'm going to show you that one more time here, but mind you, that is not how they're doing it exactly on the album. I just changed it to be mine, and this is what I do when I start the song off live. A to the C sharp minor, to the D, to the A to the C sharp minor, to the D, Let's try that D sus4. See that? A to the C sharp minor to the D to the A. We're going to do the live full band version where you go up to the C sharp, A, C sharp to the D. 2 hits on D, 4. You put the load, rock it on down, 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 and down, down. Then just repeat that throughout the whole song. Let me show you one more thing real quick. That is doing the alternate version of the Take a Load Off Fanny, where I do the E's instead of the C sharp on the way up. Ready? And it's take a E to a D. Now go to that second octave E. A to a E to a D. Go to the full E. And here we're going to do the alternative to that F sharp full bar chord. A sharp to the F to the second octave E to the D. Let me show you that one more time. And that would be what you do when you double it up at the second to the last and the last time in the song. Right there. Hey, so that's it. I hope you guys liked this lesson, and if you did, please hit like and subscribe. That'll help our channel grow. Check out another video by clicking that link right there. Check out our channel, see other videos and playlists by clicking this link over here. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one.